what I got from them. Fucking
But-
Care 11.
But
Suck my dick.
Care 11 put me on TV, so I can't never talk shit about that.
Care 11 put me on TV one time too. I don't give a shit.
Nah, but they put me on TV in a good light. I don't know.
They
how
put me
do
on
shit.
TV in a good light. They interviewed me about fucking Rick Pitino.
Oh, that's not a good light. Talking about that crazy ass man.
Well, but it was like when he. Wait, Rich? What are their names?
Oh, Richard is the son.
Rich.
Rick is the
Richard Pitino when he came to the go.
daddy.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
This is
whatever.
This is all besides the point.
It is, but still
I
hilarious.
hate local news. Welcome back to Quarantings again.
Meow, 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 meow. Oh man, yes, the soundboard is still in full effect.
Full play.
Of course, I love it. It's just so great. Actually, I gotta. Speaking of just mini rants, just for 10 seconds.
Go ahead.
There was a comment on one of the YouTube videos.
Oh God, what? We haven't done audience comments in a long time.
Referring to the soundboard, and the person referred to the soundboard and said it was adorable.
Adorable was the word?
That was the exact word, and I'm telling you right now, and I'm looking in the camera when I say this, no man should ever say anything about another man and say it's adorable.
Imagine
Period, point blank,
listening
end
to
of
this
story.
podcast for 18 months and all the rants that I go on and thinking that we I particularly would enjoy receiving a comment with the word adorable in it in any context.
I mean, there's no way. Like, after what you went on about Cutie Pie, I can't imagine, like, adorable's worse.
Okay, wait, this isn't even on the list, but speaking of like terms of endearment, it's been on the like not the specific list, but the larger list for ages, right? You put on there is handsome the male version of cute?
Oh, and yeah, it is.
I said no originally.
But you've realized the error of your ways.
I'm kind of like coming around to being like, you're right, it is. Mm-hmm. At first I was like, no, it's not, because it's not infantilizing the way that cute is infantilizing.
Well, and on that specific
Yeah.
thing, I can't argue. But
Kind of, but almost like it almost kind of is, because like I would never look at a dude like across a bar and be like, oh, he's so handsome. I feel like that's reserved for like a 9-year-old at a wedding.
Well, it's
cousin's
not even
cousin.
And you know, I wasn't thinking of it on that deep level of that. I was even just thinking of it on the basic thing of I don't know a lot of guys that call a girl cute and actually want to sleep with them. The same way I don't know a lot of girls that call a dude handsome and actually want to sleep with them.
Yeah, I feel like handsome is like...
It's a compliment in the sense of you look...
Like your friends ask you about like the new guy that you're talking to and you don't want to say that he's not good looking. So you're like, yeah, he's pretty handsome.
Pretty handsome. She's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what were you going to say? You look what?
Oh, I was going to say you look fine.
Yeah, he's fine. He's handsome. He's fine.
Yeah.
And then you dig through your phone for a good looking picture of him and it takes you a really long time. You're like, he just doesn't have a lot of pictures of him on his IG. Lies.
He doesn't take a lot of...
Cap. Yeah, there's just no good pictures of him on the internet.
He's not very photogenic.
Rough. It's rough out here.
I wonder why. And again, there's a difference between fine and, like I said in a previous episode, fine.
Yeah.
But when you say it like that, we know. When you say it the other way...
So you think it denotes, like, sex appeal? Meaning
how you
don't
comment
have
on
much.
someone's looks? Yeah.
No, the word handsome specifically saying you don't have it that much.
Yeah, it's just saying, like, he aight. But you don't want to be mean.
It's like a step above medium ugly.
Damn, I mean...
Medium ugly guys are honestly reasonable.
They get reasonable.
Trust me, if they were ugly, I would just say ugly. I don't need to defer to medium ugly. Like, medium ugly guys are like frat bros who are like...
All right, here.
reasonable.
Hey, since this... I'm sure this will come out after this episode. I know this is coming out after this other episode. Old boy in Mexico, was he handsome?
He was fine. Fine.
Fine?
Yeah.
Okay, he was fine.
He was a little on the skinny punk side, a little bit.
But he
But
had
not
just enough.
totally.
Yeah, he had just enough meat on them bones.
Yeah, and he wasn't... No, I'm not going to say that.
Unnecessary. I just asked you a simple question.
No, he was hot. He was
Yeah,
really
all right.
he was good looking.
All right. Cool. So he
Which
wasn't handsome.
is why I was just listening to that episode back and I made this bizarre comment right in the middle of everything where I said, it was like he was sent down from the clouds.
I know. I remember when you said that. I was like, wow.
But I didn't really finish my thought when I said that. My thought was like, how did this single hot guy show up that night on my vacation with no one? Like not with any chicks.
Nothing to do, nobody attached to, just ready for me to pounce.
Exactly.
Like a cheetah or a cougar, if you will. Ow,
so that was the full thought. Hopefully the listeners like caught my drift, because otherwise that was really weird that I said that.
I'm positive they didn't catch it, but they did hear your statement, which was hilarious, and that's all that really fucking matters, because I am here for all the fucking jokes.
Yeah.
Speaking of jokes,
yeah,
we got
speaking of jokes.
So all y'all, if you remember season 1, Kristen wasted our whole time talking about this Clubhouse app that she has probably used 4 times since that episode. And I'm saying 4 times to be nice because we're friends now.
That may have been somewhat premature on my part. Although I do stand by some of those points. And the conversation about how much would it take for you to fuck somebody that was ugly was really funny. So go back and listen to that episode if you haven't heard.
That episode was good. You find me in the Clubhouse. Yeah,
everybody's got the number.
Everybody has a price. Yeah.
So anyway.
So what I've been doing, just kind of fake in secret, is just popping in there every now and again before I go to sleep and just looking at the list of some of the rooms.
Yeah,
just to see some random topics that they talk about, because I feel like some of them would either A, trigger the CEO.
100%. I'm already looking at this list. Fuck.
She would have something to say, and I wish she was in the room when it occurred, but I'm too lazy to actually text her.
Wait. Most of our listeners probably still have never even been on Clubhouse, so just like quick refresher, because they're gonna be like, "What are you talking about?"
That's your app. Why don't you go ahead and talk about it, girl?
It's this app where you just like get on there and talk, and it's basically like chat roulette, but like 2022 version.
Yeah, and audio only.
Yeah, it's audio only, so it's just your voice.
You only get one picture.
Yeah, and you just. It's a lot of it is like talking about NFTs or like literally anything, any kind of topic. You can create a room and people can go in, and then like it's the same as any social media where you follow people and then you can go in the room with them again. Yeah. And I actually did make some friends on there that I still follow and interact with on Instagram, but like it didn't take off in the way that like. The way that
she tried to lie to y'all in that episode.
Well, I mean, I just was, I was a little excited. Overzealous sometimes,
You? No.
So anyway, fine. So, yeah. So then these are some of the names of the rooms that you've witnessed?
Yeah. So these are some of the rooms that I saw that I was like, you know what? This would be something funny to talk about on the pod, just because I would be interested to hear.
Yeah, we don't need to go in the room. We have our own podcast. Fuck it.
You know, right? We can talk about it
talk
ourselves.
About our own opinions. Yeah, exactly.
If anything, maybe we'll open our own Clubhouse room, exactly. When we decide.
Okay, so where do you want to go?
Oh, man, what do I want to start with? Actually, you know what? I'll start with this one. Can a man ignore you if he truly likes you? Do you think this is possible? I have an opinion, obviously.
Honestly,
she's stumped. This is the quietest I've seen.
I know. I want to say I want to say no.
Is that your gut reaction?
My gut reaction was no, and then I'm like, these men are capable of any toxic shit you put in front of them. So actually, I'm gonna go with yes.
So then you reverted to the Kevin Garnett. Anything is possible.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So yes.
Why was your gut reaction no?
Because men, I wouldn't go so far as to say are not capable of nuance, but I would maybe use that phrase just like in jest in this moment. Men are not capable of nuance. And so if they like you, they're just like gonna do it. Like they're just moving through the world, doing what comes in their mind.
So you would I don't know, this analogy is obviously not 1-to-1, but you would say like if they like you, it's like first time crack user.
Yeah,
they on it.
Boom, yeah.
But if
so
they
that's
don't,
my gut reaction.
Okay, fair enough.
But then obviously, like, you know,
there's
dogs out here in these streets running all type of toxic shit. That can be men or women. Don't come for me. I know how y'all like to tussle.
But this question was specifically about a man, so we're just going to the question. I will tell you that I firmly believe that the answer is no.
Okay, there we go. I like to see some good positivity.
Not for any of the bullshit that you were saying, but Simply because, I mean, I'm sure I've said this before on the podcast, but if I have not, as a great philosopher once said, we aren't that great. We don't think with our heads. We only think with our dicks.
Yeah. Okay.
And even if our head is willing to ignore you, if your whole body can't ignore you, you're not getting ignored. And that just is what it is.
And see, yeah.
There's it's science, okay.
But I feel like there's this other whole thing of like the chase and the game playing and you don't partake of these things.
All of those things are not ignoring someone.
True. Okay. Fair point. So, yeah. If she's like fucking in your text, like, hey, like da da da.
All of those things are you in it. So whether there's obviously levels to this, but the main point of can you ignore a woman that you truly like?
You're gonna say no.
As Stone Cold would say,
I'm not gonna lie, this one got me a little. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think on this.
you might have to come back around on that?
Yeah.
You might have to come back around on that? Okay, fair enough.
Good one, though. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely, like, what's in the context if you're both ignoring. Yeah. But anyway, let's move on. Next one. What else we got?
This one I thought was real funny, and this could be for both of us. Is your future spouse locked up in the friend zone?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You see the difference in the answer from that one to this one.
She took 0.2 seconds. She answered that faster than a Tom Brady throw out the pocket on a 3-step drop. She was like, pow, pow. Timing. Boom. Got it.
Yes. The answer is yes.
Ooh. Let me do. This is my new thing in season 2. I gotta look at the camera when I say something. Hey, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, shout out to the guys in the friend zone. Because okay, so like, here's the thing.
You're so confident, like.
Awesome.
Yeah. No, it's just that. How you say women
Like
do
putting
not
people in the friend zone.
Women love the friend zone, contrary to popular belief.
They do love a good friend zone this time of year.
Like, dudes hate the friend zone. Like, you mentioned the word friend zone, they literally just want to like fucking punch you.
Oh, it hurts me every time I say the word.
It's like a fucking dick punch. Like,
it hurts
me
me
friend zone.
every time I say the word.
You hear the words, it's just like nails on a chalkboard. Friend zone. Women, they love the friend zone. It holds a special place in their heart because like putting a guy in the friend zone is like saving that piece of cake
for later.
Yeah. Just like your favorite thing, what cold pizza, whatever. You substitute whatever you want. Let's objectify mine for 2 seconds.
I took this snack and I had a plate full of the snack. I finished all but one piece. And I saved that piece, and I put it over there, and I'm coming back to that.
I mean, to be fair, that's not always the case. I'm actually not even trying to be this toxic about it. This is just sounding really bad. But what I actually mean is that women
sounded pretty accurate.
They don't like think of men as like in a sexual way right away every single time.
Correct.
Because as we've said on many episodes, like it takes women longer to like defer judgment to
5 minutes or less, baby. 5 minutes or less.
Yeah, and so like. Going into the friend zone and like just plucking someone out of there and like giving them that chance, there's nothing better. It's just like the best. It's so just pure and simple and easy to do.
Clip the whole thing. Oh my.
So yes,
days.
What were you gonna say?
Oh, well, no, because that's not a thing. Like, first of all, half the time a guy puts a woman in the friend zone is on accident, or they just literally weren't paying attention. Like. I think, like, I know we're going to talk about it at a later point, but I think of, like, some of the women back in high school that I may have
Oh, yeah, we're going to do a high school episode.
Mm-hmm. And,
accidental.
oh, no, it's just I never thought of it. And then, like, after the fact, I'd be like, oh, Dang, I guess they might have been. But I was out here distracted.
Fumbled that bag. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, some of them has dodged a bullet, but yeah, some of them I definitely fumbled a bag.
Yeah.
Post whatever. But
there's not that much difference between the bag and the bullet sometimes. Facts. There you go.
But no, I don't really think as naturally guys don't really do it. Like, because, I mean, well, I'll say a majority, though that majority isn't like 90-10. It's
right.
maybe 60-40.
Sure.
But I feel like a majority of guys, like, if I'm trying to get you to be my, in this question, my spouse, I'm looking at you, girl. Like, don't you worry. Like, I'm not missing that. Like, it's not really a thing. So that's my personal opinion. And you can slide in the DMs and let me know if you disagree, even though you're wrong, and I won't listen. But I'll acknowledge it. Maybe I'll double tap and like it, the comment. We'll see.
Wow, I can't believe how much quicker I answered that.
It was disgusting, actually.
It really was.
It was genuinely disgusting.
Ooh.
No,
what else we got?
You pick.
Oh, okay, I'll pick one. Should we do the one that I scoffed at the first time I read it before we started recording?
You got juice. Go ahead.
Are women to blame for toxic masculinity? Go ahead. You answer first. I picked the question.
So, are women to blame for toxic masculinity? I will say that they are not blameless.
Okay.
And I'll admit that most of that is just because, as I already said, we don't always think with our head, we think with our dicks. And y'all be out here and we just be like, hey, fuck all this shit. Like, I gotta get these. Like, we don't think smart. Like, I don't mean to insult us because, I am a guy, but, like, it's true. Like, it's just a fact.
You're not winning the argument you think you're winning right now.
Oh, I'm not trying to win any argument. It's just the fact that you exist means that you have some culpability. Okay? Like, it is what it is. Like, you can deny it all you want to, but if you didn't exist, we wouldn't have it, okay? We wouldn't have it. I promise you that.
That is the stupidest argument.
Nah.
That's the stupidest argument.
This is my whole, like, time doesn't exist shit, blah, blah, blah. Like, no. I will die on this fucking hill.
Women are not to blame for toxic.
I didn't say you were to blame. I just said you had a role to play.
Existing?
Yeah. Y'all don't be out here looking so fine, and we won't have a problem acting the way we act.
Oh my God.
I'm just
I mean, I understand what you're saying. I understand where you're getting at, but also, like, just to be real for a second, to that exact point of, like, men wouldn't act the way they do if women were so hot. That's not true at all. That's not true at all. That's like saying, I mean, not that you're doing this, because I know you and I know you're not doing this, but, like, that has, like, the same, like, logic as, like, women drinking are putting themselves at risk. Like, no, like, we're just living our lives, and men are going to do what they're going to do regardless, and it's not about the action or existence.
Correct,
that women
which is
are
why
taking.
the fine part was just more me rambling. The existing part is true. Like, if you just weren't there, there would be no issues. Like I'm telling you right now, like, I should think of your.
So your point is that women coined the phrase toxic masculinity just because, like, it's sort of like if a tree falls in the forest and there's no one there to hear it, does it really make a sound? Like, if there weren't any women, then the men would just be men. It wouldn't be labeled toxic masculinity because there would only be men around.
Hey, all I know is all the reality TV shows in the world. You know what there's not a reality TV show of? Just a bunch of dudes.
Okay.
You know why? Because that shit would be basic as fuck, which is what I'm pointing out right now. There's Bad Girls Club. There ain't no Bad Boys Club on TV. You know why?
I mean, but, like, most people...
Because it would be so boring.
Most people would argue that, like, the world itself is Bad Boys Club. Like, the world itself is the male version.
As far as as far as the problems in society, if you want a patriarchy to thing, yeah. Totally understand what you're saying. No argument
The funny
whatsoever.
thing is, like, what they must be saying in this Clubhouse room. Because the people don't know, but, like, when you go in these Clubhouse rooms, like...
Oh, people be wildin'. Like,
they're
you think
out
I'm
here,
crazy.
they literally are, like, doing what we're doing on this podcast, but they're trying to make it sound like, it's not for the jokes. Like, they're here to be, like, super serious. And,
No,
like,
they wrote dissertations on this shit, and they are
Literally,
ready
they do.
with the stats. And they called Elias.
And then there was like this really weird thing on the app too, where like for some reason everybody on the app has like deemed it this like academic kind of atmosphere where if you don't give people their time to speak and like do this weird
Oh yeah, you gotta do like the fake debate thing. Yeah, like hey.
that like you are gonna get ostracized and kicked out of the room, and they
Madam,
we'll send you to the gulag. Yeah,
I gave you your time. You gotta do the Skip Bayless. It's my turn to talk.
I know, and it's so funny to me that that's like the culture that the app has taken on, because it's like it's just whoever hosting the room. It's not like some regulated thing.
It ain't
so it's just like why is this the results? Like we're out here talking about like I've seen this one room I died laughing for days. It was called Toxic Weddies.
Toxic what the fuck is that about?
Just like it doesn't even matter. Just like I honestly I don't know. But that's not the
like,
point.
I saw the
point
title,
is they're
I
out here
popped
taking
in.
on this like academic kind of like vibe and jargon for these rooms where they're talking about like what's the craziest sex you've ever had? You know, it's just like why? Like the math ain't math in here, people. But that's besides the point.
Hey, should we do a quick detour and just see some of the rooms that are on right now?
Yeah, pull that shit up.
Harsh
but real married life advice. Oh God.
Oh my. Let's see what else they got here.
Lesbi gay, good one,
I'm
classic.
here for it. Desire or destiny? Does God have a say in marriage?
See,
Ooh,
like they're trying to be so profound with it. Where the gang at? I like that room.
Let's see what else.
I love the all caps rooms.
This
is the good one.
I think this is actually one that's kind of on the list. Beautiful women aren't for broke men.
Honestly, I really want to say facts, but I don't want to be premature in my opinion. But I really want to be like facts. Can I have it all in a partner, or do I have to settle? No, you don't have to settle. Don't settle.
She wants to join that room so bad.
There's 95 people in that room. I would never get a word in.
You just raise your hand, girl. It's cool.
Yeah, you can raise your hand. It's like a thing in the room. Airbnb tonight, pull up. What?
Hey.
The host is just keeping it P. Degree is just a piece of paper. Facts.
Oh, yeah. No one's arguing with that. Y'all definitely be hyping these ugly
Y'all definitely be hyping these ugly hoes, bro. Oh, man, that's funny.
No, so yeah. That's well, there's not that many people in that room right now.
Wait, but do they? I don't think that's even true.
It's probably true.
Really?
Again,
I feel like women hype ugly men for sure.
No, I don't think so. Again, this goes back to my argument about the toxic masculinity. If y'all just didn't exist, there would be no problems. Like, trust me when I say we hype all the hoes. Doesn't matter
That's
how
so
you
funny.
look. So
that's Clubhouse. If you need an invite onto the app, I don't know if they're still doing that. Just let me know. I got like 40.
Well, I think now it's for Android
now it's just
and
whatever.
iPhone. Okay. So I think everybody can get in. But yes, if you need an invite, hit a homie up. We'll squat up for you.
Okay, here's the good one. Do situationships only serve men positively? Go ahead.
Dang, she's always asking. I'm torn on this one. Because my initial response is what Joe said would be no. Because usually, as the guy, that situationship turns into feelings, which then
on
usually
whose end?
On the guy's end.
Okay.
Which usually at that point the woman has moved on or has just put the hardline stance that this is what we are.
Interesting.
And so regardless if they spend a day out flirting with you and end up back in your room in the bed, they're like, hey, don't touch me, ho. We're not that thing. Like we got a
they just
whole
like
whatever.
wanted the attention and the validation.
They
and
just
they're not really
they have
going.
decided like they have made a line.
Yeah.
It cannot be crossed.
But if you don't like live right up to the line, then they're mad at you.
Correct, but you must get all the way to the line.
Right.
Cannot cross, just all the way to it. Tippy toes, bitch, tippy toes. And I, or at least in my personal experience, I haven't seen it the reverse, where the ladies are willing to walk all the way up tippy toes to the line if I were to set a line. And they'll be like, oh, that's cute, that line. I'll see it later. And they walk the other way. And then, of course, I hate to repeat myself.
This is a distinctly nice guy opinion, but go on,
I
finish
hate
your
to
thought.
repeat myself, but we don't always think with our heads. We think with our dicks. And if you're running away from the line, not only is my head or my heart not getting any help, neither is my dick. So I need to now run to the line to do whatever I need to do. So it doesn't only serve men.
Right.
Is my point.
So two things. I'll talk about my personal experience first. No,
Number
of course
one.
they don't only serve men. Absolutely not. No way. Love a good situationship. Vibes. Thank you. Serves me. I'll tell you that.
I bet it fucking does.
But to be fair, my suspicion is that this room was a room full of women bitching about men who are doing them dirty. So, like, to be fair, I do think historically and even still, but like, you know, whatever, there's plenty of women who are like genuinely searching for a husband who are getting fucking played by dudes that it's not obvious. Like, there's a scenario where, like, we've all seen friends and people in the media and whatever, where it's like, you're getting fucking played. Open your eyes. This is Sarah Garrett. It's a Chloe Tristan. Like, you're getting played.
Save me.
But there's lots of situations where it's not that. It's not like blatantly obvious.
And you can actually understand how, I mean,
Yeah.
for lack of a better word, you can understand how someone could
Right.
get fooled.
And especially with the dating apps, like, I know for a fact that there's a very large percentage of women who feel like they get on the dating apps with legitimate intentions, and guys are fake reciprocating legitimate intentions, and they don't mean it.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that's where this Clubhouse room was probably originating. Yeah, Tinder swindler, exactly.
100,
So
100.
I think it's fair to those women to say that, like, yes, like, men are, a faction of men are taking advantage of the situation. But shit, I love a good situationship, so I ain't complaining. It's all good on my end.
We know the CEO has got nothing against the situation. I'm pretty sure you're the first person to bring that phrase up to me in life.
Probably.
And on this pod as well. So that's fair. But yes, I think it's both ways.
I actually told somebody new recently. I won't say who it is. It was another woman who doesn't know me that well. And I was like telling her that my whole theory about how, like, I shouldn't have to refrain from dating just because all these men can't live up to the standard that I would need for them to hold the boyfriend title. So I can still date and have, like, genuine connections and relationships with people without it needing to be exclusive or to that level.
Yeah.
She was flabbergasted. She clearly had never heard anybody speak this way before. I was like, oh God. I didn't mention the podcast. I thought it was I thought
that'd be too much. Damn, we should have been like, quarantine.
So, she was telling me that she feels like she's mad at her boyfriend because he isn't ready to get engaged after they've been dating for 6 months. Yeah. She was not, and I like this person. Like, we were having a legit dialogue about this.
Woosa.
She's youngish, which I thought was more surprising.
So
Yeah,
she
but
just,
it seems like the older woman would be saying that.
yeah, the young.
I know.
The younger one.
I was surprised. She's younger than me.
Interesting.
I was shocked that she said that. I thought, you know what's funny is I didn't tell her this, but when she first said that, I thought she meant that she was putting an ultimatum on 6 months in terms of them putting the label of exclusive on it.
But she
I'm
was
I was like, yeah, like I feel like 6 months is fair for you to make him like be in the relationship with you.
yeah,
or
be
not,
like, okay, we
boyfriend,
should probably
girlfriend.
just move this from situation
And she's
to
like,
relationship.
no, I'm talking about getting engaged. I had to stop myself from doing that. I was like, oh yeah, yeah.
No way. Oh.
I felt like that was a bit much. I told her, I was like, I don't know, maybe give it 18 months, girl.
Oof. All right. I'm going to tell you this right now. You think I'm getting engaged to you after 6 months? Your pussy must be cracked.
I've had leftovers forgotten in my fridge longer than 6 months.
I'm sorry, Joe Rogan.
I know. I mean, I've always seen myself as a person who would get serious with someone really quickly if I ever found said person, just because I've spent so much time contemplating on the idea of like what that would look like and what it most certainly does not look like in a partner. But shit, even for me, like that's awfully quick.
When you say you think that you would do it quickly, what's your realistic timetable? Because I don't believe you need more people, but maybe you... Because I just heard the example of 6 months, I'm looking at you funny. So now why don't you give me what the time period would be?
Like, I don't know, like 9 months to a year.
Okay.
To me, that's quick.
So you would be cool if it was, quote unquote, I know we're just using this phrase for the show, the one,
right?
A year and he proposed, you'd be cool.
I mean, this is extremely hypothetical because lately I've been thinking I will never get engaged or get married, even if I do find one. So
I know. All right,
extremely hypothetical, but yes, hypothetically, yes. Too early? Okay, what's your time? What's your timeline?
Oh,
quickest, soonest possible.
Soonest possible.
If you met her
to get engaged with with a woman?
Yeah.
Man, I mean, it have to be at least 800 days.
What are you talking about? My kid is 25 months old. I don't know what that means. Give it to me in years.
Over
800 days?
Over 2 years.
I can't do math. Yeah, 2 years.
Over 2 years.
2.5 years. That's a long time.
Good.
What should you be looking for?
I'll be looking for making sure you ain't running nowhere.
No,
shit, what you talking about? Everything's a test with me. Shit, like, you know, we making sure.
Yeah.
Same way I thought this podcast was a test for the first 4 months. Shit. I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm about to get cut.
Yeah, girl, let's do a podcast.
Pretty sure I'm going to get cut. Like, I know she got these backup motherfuckers coming through. Like, and here we are, episode 60 plus later. Still around. But
okay, we got time for 1 to 2 more.
Why do you think men prefer feminine women versus masculine boss chicks?
I don't think I know the answer to this one. The answer to this is that they prefer they historically prefer in the traditional gender roles of like male breadwinner and female homemaker that they need a demure, quieter, feminine woman to take care of the house and raise their kids and blah, blah, blah. And not all men are like this. I mean, obviously, this is a gross generalization, but doesn't matter. Traditionally, like, where the man is in quote-unquote power and, like, leading. That's why I can't stand all this content that's, like, popular right now. I'm like, oh, lead me, like, whatever, bye. And they want their woman to, like, be demure and small. And also, like, coincidentally, that's why I always felt like, as, like, a physically bigger girl, tall as well, that I was constantly overlooked, like even at like junior high level.
Yeah.
You know, so, and not just by my male peers, but also by like my male teacher figures, you know, like everything.
Males in general.
It's so subliminally ingrained, and not even just with like quote unquote bad men, because I don't mean it that way. I just mean it's built into the structures that we have.
Yeah, like they grew up in a way where I mean, it is their fault, but it's not their fault. Like they were taught, like, so to speak, really. So it's like, how are they supposed to act, like, based on everything?
Well, and, you know, it's supposed to is like another one of those words that's just like people, you know, get so triggered by or whatever. But it's just like we all have it. The same way like we all are internalized with racism because our society is built on it. You know, it's not an accusation. It's just a reality that we all need to like constantly try to dismantle. But
yeah, it is what it is. Yeah. Like,
yeah.
Okay. All right.
What were you gonna say? That was my academic speech for the
day. You were good. No, I mean, I would say that just from a personal standpoint, because I have usually always been one of the smaller, weaker friends of the guys.
Okay.
I could understand why they always wanted, essentially a lady that was like me. Like, they wanted the small, the female hot version of me. Like, and they would like, yeah, that's cool. We bring in homegirl around. That's what it is. Like, they get to feel like Superman.
Big
they get to
man,
be, the whole thing. As someone who is, again, always the smaller dude, I never really felt like Superman. So I had no problem finding a Wonder Woman. Like,
yeah,
I've been plenty of WNBA games. I know one of my friends knows this. We went to I want to say I think she was playing for the Mystics or maybe the Chicago Sky at the time. Mm-hmm. But Ella Della Don, I was screaming. We had good seats too. I was screaming. I was like, "Hey, Ella, I'll be your little teddy bear girl. Come carry me." Like, I could care less.
Things are clicking.
Like, I could care less. But again, I do think
this is adding so much like context to your extreme dislike of my short guy hating.
Oh, well, yeah, I thought it was obvious, but it's whatever.
I mean, it was, but like this is just very like explicitly stated in a way that I appreciate.
Well, you're welcome. I guess again, season 2 friends. Also, like, we can be honest.
When I met you, I didn't look at you like, oh, he's short. I don't think of you as short.
Well, that makes one
of
us.
How tall are you? Put it on wax. Just say.
My license, I think, says 5'9", so we'll go with that.
I imagine you taller. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I like you. I don't put you in that category.
No, I just run around with a big stick and a big,
there we go.
Presence, that's what it is.
Give us applause. Round of applause for Illuminator TV. Thank
you. But no, like, yeah. So I think that it really is genuinely a size thing. Like,
which is sort of, I mean, a different, more exampleized way of explaining what I was explaining. It's to me, they're sort of
I'm not necessarily disagreeing with you. Like, I really wasn't disagreeing with you, but yeah.
One of my favorite tweets of all time is, "Y'all love short women, but gonna cry when your son is 5'8" and can't make varsity."
Oh yeah, all those people that talk about we want an NBA. I'll be like, hey man, just have your kid and build them the best of your ability. They'll figure it out. All right.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, but I'm a sucker. It's fine. All right. All right. So last one. This one, I'll do it because it's quick and easy.
Okay.
And it kind of came up recently. Is throwing up a rookie move?
Context: date, drinking. What are we talking about? Anything?
Not being sick, like sick.
Okay,
so like,
sans like you actually have a stomach flu. Any other reason?
Out for a party night, after party, throwing up a rookie move. Because I can't remember the last time I threw up, but I can fake remember the last time I blacked out.
Yeah, you remember the time. You don't remember.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said fake. I can fake remember the last time I blacked out. But as far as like actually throwing up, I genuinely can't remember the last time I threw up.
So your answer is yes then. It's a rookie move.
It's not a vet move.
That's
what I would say. It's not a vet move. But again, I don't know because
you're asking the girl who admitted on wax in season 1 that she puked in this guy's car after she didn't put out for him. So like, man, but that was rookie shit.
Yeah, but that's a different time in your life.
Yeah, true.
And
true.
You know what I will say is, title Quarantings, pandemic.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I said way back in one of the earlier episodes, you're either going to become Frank the Tank.
Yeah, facts.
Or Lily Librarian can't handle your business.
Mm-mm.
So I get that. Mm-hmm. But as we're coming out of that, I don't know. I just think it's a rookie move.
I will back you on it's not a vet move. Would I go so far as to say rookie shit? Honestly, I probably am going to have to say no, simply because if somebody yacked in my presence, as long as they weren't like literally in my presence, but they were like, I knew of said yak, I would be like, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You'd
as
be
long
like-
as you're not like making me take care of you. Honestly, making me take care of you is more the rookie shit.
You've highlighted how you don't want to be moms to literally no one, even a child at this point. Like, even if they come out of your loins, like you're like, you better find somebody else to take care of you. Where's
As
Gabrielle?
long as you're handling it, it's fine.
Oh my days!
That's
But
all
yeah,
the time we have, folks.
That's just some fun shit from the Clubhouse. We'll probably revisit this and find some other funny ass rooms to
Pop in.
joke about. And at some point, I'm gonna try and see if we can bully Kristen into actually having our own Clubhouse room when she
Then people can tune
actually-
in live to the pod.
when she actually wants to use the app. But you know, we've got
Time.
that's months away from now,
Yeah.
so don't worry about it. But
Time
till
for
then,
a little drinky break.
we gonna hit this little drink break. So we'll see y'all in a little bit.
Peace.